Okay, this is Sewing for Fashion Design 2 and Clothing Construction, Fash 110-111. And this is sample number B6, stay stitching. You have a pattern. Please cut out the pattern using the proper grain lines. Once you've completed that, we are only going to be stay stitching. Stay stitching is usually done 1/8 of an inch in from the actual edge of the seam. So on a 5/8 inch seam, the stay stitching would be done at 4/8. This particular seam allowance here is going to be at 1/2. So we're going to do our stay stitching at 3/8 of an inch. This way, when you actually stitch the garment together, you will not see the stay stitching and you won't have to remove it later on. Stay stitching is used to prevent stretch. Let's look at the throat plate to see 3/8. 3/8 is between the 1/4 and the 1/2 inch. So I'm going to begin at the shoulder seam, and this is important because you don't want to stretch it. If I go the other direction, I risk stretching it. Now we're going to start stitching. I'm going to back stitch at a regular stitch length without pulling the fabric. I don't want to stretch the fabric. I'm going to stitch around. Back stitch when you get to the end. My neckline is complete. This can also be done with the back neckline. I'm also, because this might potentially be a sleeveless garment, stay stitch the sleeve area. Once again, we're going to start at the shoulder and move down around. 3/8 of an inch for a 1/2 inch on this particular garment, this particular pattern. Back stitch, done. This should be done on any curved or area that's on garment bias, because all of those are possible to stretch. This will help maintain the neckline from stretching as you handle the pattern and apply collars and so on to it. End.